your local Weather Authority forecast.
A windy day will be in store for your St. Patrick's Day. A live look at Midland. Mostly clear skies right now. Those winds already picking up, sustained from 15 to 20 miles per hour. And that's just the beginning, folks. Those winds will be gusting over 50 miles per hour for a majority of the basin, but near hurricane force later in parts of the basin as well, with a drop in temperatures, increased threat of fire danger, and blowing dust as well. And speaking of that, take a look at this week's weather photo winner. Thanks to Victor Mendoza, who sent in a blowing dust photo Sunday morning on March 6th in the Guadalupe Mountains. See the hazy skies? That's indicative of blowing dust, and that's because of those winds gusting over 70 miles per hour in the Guadalupe Mountains. And when you combine the drought-like conditions we're seeing with those strong winds, that's how we get blowing dust, and that's how we get a higher level of fire danger, a critical to extreme threat of fire danger today. It's all due to a difference in the air mass. Colder air in the Rockies where there's snow, drier and warmer air here in the basin, and eventually those air masses are going to come together and usher in very windy conditions here in the basin. And speaking of those drought conditions, the worst form of drought in the Midland and Odessa area, exceptional drought in those darker reds, moderate to severe to extreme drought in all parts of the basin. So yeah, it's a very dry go across the basin. It's only going to get worse. A fire weather warning in effect till 8 p.m. local time. The National Weather Service issued this for a majority of the basin south of I-20, including Ector and Midland County. So it's going to be a very windy day, a dry day, increasing the threat of fire danger. A high wind warning in the Guadalupe Mountains, in the Davis Mountains, and places like Marfa and Alpine for winds gusting over 70 miles per hour. Elsewhere across the basin, there's a wind advisory for winds gusting over 50 miles per hour. So yes, a change in the weather pattern. A windy day will be in store, and those temperatures will be above normal to start in the 50s, dropping into the low to mid 50s for the morning commute, but warming up into the 70s and 80s in the southern and eastern basin, but cooler air here in the northern and western basin, cooling off into the 30s and 40s tonight, maybe even some upper 20s in some of the higher elevations. So a tale of two seasons. Low temperature of 34 degrees, those winds howling at 15 to 25 miles per hour sustained, gusting over 40 miles per hour overnight. But during the day, those winds will be really howling, switching direction more from the north and west. Those reds indicate the strongest of winds gusting over 50 to 60 miles per hour in many locations. Lighter winds tomorrow from the northwest. It will be ushering cooler weather. Near freezing to start tomorrow morning, but warming up in the 50s and 60s with more clouds than sunshine. A cool day. Much cooler compared to the past couple days across the basin. There is higher chances of precipitation off to our north. We do notice that there is colder air, some snow wrapping around in the panhandle, but drier conditions as we head into tomorrow morning. And that's going to be the big story for the rest of the week. Dry conditions, but the cool down will be brief. Temperatures warming back up in the 70s and 80s by the weekend.